In the Pop Shrooms channel and waiting to join us. How are you tonight? Happy night. I'm gonna take a moment over here on this camera and I'm gonna try to get YouTube, excuse me, this is YouTube over here. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining tonight. This is gonna be a beautiful night. Already, what do I say gonna be? It is a beautiful night. Gotta work our words. I'm gonna take a couple of moments from this side over here. Good morning, Richard. Thank you so much for showing up here tonight, man. We're going to have a wonderful booping time, salty. I'm going to go over to this camera over here and try to get IG up live, okay? And I think that'll be cool. So let's get over here. I'm going to pop over on IG and see if there's any way we can get them live like we did last week. Boop. This will be cool if we can pull it off. Checking connection. You're now live. We're telling your followers that you started a live video. Jay Lee. So if I remember correctly from last week, I think on IG, they're a little behind us on the feed. You guys over here are sharper. I don't mean sharper humans, but you're going to get a sharper view. Good morning, the Shroom Room. How are you? And I make up. So Jay Lee's over here too. You're a smart girl. How's she got them? She's on two of them. So yes, oh, let's flip this guy around. Flippy McDippy, there we go. How are you guys tonight, man? Thank you so much for joining on this side over here. The camera's, the light's bad for that camera. I gotta work on lighting one of these days, right, you guys? I should be better on lighting. Salty, gosh, this is gonna be great. We're gonna have parties on 2 channels, okay? Oh, no sound? What do I do about that? Am I getting sound over here now? Is Jeffrey and Sci Research over here on IG, or is IG hearing me with the sound is good on that end? Okay, Mike Makeup says yes, good. Thank you so much. How you doing, Sci Research? You know I'm your Papa Bear. This is beautiful. Sorry, I don't know which camera to talk to. I remember looking a little back at my feed last week and I was going back and forth like this, and I really hope it's not disconcerting to you guys. Okay, do you feel like it is? Do you feel like it's disconcerting in any way like that? Anyways, let me know. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody being here. There's so much good stuff happening. We keep telling each other that, and I want to keep telling each other that. There's so much good stuff happening. Today's been a miracle in about 5 different ways. I wish I could share them all with you guys. I really do. There's been phone calls, there's been testimonials coming to me. I've had 2 people through here today picking up some stuff and helping, getting learning. You guys are not going to believe. Hold on. Now, this is going to be, how Pops likes to do cliffhangers. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to give you guys a cliffhanger. You have to come back tomorrow morning to see this. Hold on. Okay. What is this? I'm showing both cameras. Boop. Look at this box. Boop. It's a big long box. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boop, boop, doo, boop. Wait a minute. Wait for it. I know we're supposed to be doing a reading. Everybody joined to do a reading, and I promise we're going to get to it. But I'm cliffhanging you guys. This is the old cliffhanger. I don't know that I do that on purpose, but I end up doing it all the time. The box. There's 2 of them. Did you hear that? 2 of them. And as a result, I shouldn't say as a result, I get a text, Pops, check your front porch. How do you guys know what ends up on the front porch at the Mush Lab? But you do. One of you great gentlemen here has sent the neatest gift you can possibly imagine to a lab. Okay? And it's so amazing. Man, I brought my teeth. I brought my tissue with me just in case. Because the idea that it's for the lab is what's going to blow your mind. The idea that we've got something for the lab, that somebody out there is, man, I want to make that lab better. I can't go there necessarily myself, but I see a lot of people getting in there. I want to make it better. And this gift was to the lab. I mean, of course to me, but it's to every single person that'll ever go in that lab again. Man, I'm not going to wait till tomorrow morning, man, because I opened one of the boxes. And I didn't open the second box. It's the same thing because there's two of them. The heck are you guys doing out there, man? Party tent. That's what it is. Exception. It's a party tent. Two of them. Man, I'll get reading. But that's so exciting. That's just one of the miracles. There's miracles everywhere. Here's another miracle. You know those gift boxes that we're starting to send out on tea in the morning? They're landing on people's doorsteps. They're opening them up. They're getting their little gift. They're loading them up. They're sending off their gifts to people. This is kindness, man. This is goodness, man. I want you guys to be here in the morning because it's just a great way to start our mornings. I have a couple of guys over on the West Coast. 6 o'clock in the morning. Said, Pops, I've never woke up at 6. I just don't get up that early. It's the best thing I've done in a long time. We're getting up at 6. Not that 6 is what it is. It's the discipline. The respect they have for themselves. You grow respect for yourself every day. Look at this. Tell me somebody didn't respect themselves that packaged something this nicely to send it to you. They respect themselves. Miss Rivers out there. We'll be opening this all the way later when I have a private moment. Miss Rivers. You open up her box and there's a smell comes out of it. It just blows your mind. I thought mushrooms smelled good. So thank you for everything everybody's doing, man. Just glow. Bask in the goodness of what you guys are creating. Bask in the goodness of it. And then we have to yell at each other and learn stuff. Handmade soap, I believe that's what it's going to be, Windows. I really do. I believe it's going to be. It's just, there's other stuff. There's a more in the box. Like I haven't even, I won't even go. There's, of course, there's a handwritten note. You guys know Pops loves his notes. Handwritten note. Oh, what's this lady? She's classier than they get. She has to do a seal. I used to, man, when I was 14 years old, I wanted a wax seal so bad. I wanted to be the King Henry seal guy. You know what I'm talking about? The wax seal? Okay, for a minute there, give me 10 people, I want a wax seal. Who wants a wax seal? Wax seal is about the coolest way to go, right? Wax seal. Give me a wax seal over here. Give me a wax. Exception's got one. I want a wax seal. How about over here? Anybody wants a wax seal over there? Wax seal is about as cool as it gets. I want a wax seal. I do. I'm not even joking. I would sit there. I'd pour the deal. I'd go, whoop. That is cool. It's so classy, you guys. I wish Miss Rivers was here. You guys tell her later on. You know, see her the minute you see her, you know she's classy. So just fun. How fun. One final thought on that. You're the guy pouring the wax on the letter. Pretend you're in the 1700s and you don't have a computer, right? The reason that we did that is because we don't want somebody to open it up and get it over there and find out somebody snooped in on your mail. So they did that, right? That was the old security. Not today. That's not why we do that. You know why we do that security? You know why that's done today? That's a big kiss. That's a smoochie. I took a minute and I poured a piece of wax on a paper. It didn't mean anything to me, but it's going to mean something to you. Boop, you push it like that. You're loving somebody enough to pour the wax, get it hot to it. That's a smoochie. Right, Patrick? No kidding. That's not because we're trying to save our lives from it getting intercepted and find out somebody read what we do. No. Man, that's just, I didn't even, it's beautiful. Sorry to drink in your eye, but I was too poor for a computer too. We didn't have computers. I was one of the last guys in the town. I still can't use a computer. You want to see my computer, you guys? Ooh, right there. No, I'm getting better. I'm getting better because you say, stop it. I'm going to read, you guys. I just get carried away talking. I get so excited to see the friendship and the kindness. And if you guys will please, whoever's not there in the morning, get over there in the morning. Tea in the, that's where it's starting. I don't know how come, but that's where it's getting. The tea gets people all excited. We're going to be reading the third agreement. Okay? Joe, you're darn cool too. If you ever guys get a minute, shout out people's talents, shout out people's accomplishments, shout out the things that make them cool. I'll tell you, there's an old fellow over here. I call him old because we're old together. Joe. I followed Joe. Joe's a guitar player like you would not believe. I can't believe how good this guy plays. He hand makes them. He's got a studio in his own place. I just worship your ability to play the guitar, Joe, because I always wanted to play the guitar, but I played for like a week. I couldn't do it. I quit. Quitter. Not like you. You kept going. You're as good as they get. Good as they get. Go watch a couple of Joe's deals. He can play Santana. He can play Eddie Van Halen. He can play anything. And he makes the guitars himself. Shout out people's good things. You're right. Kev Dog Sue is a fantastic cook. Have you seen some of the little goodies that you've seen? I haven't seen them eating them yet, but just looking at them. Just look at the little deals. I want to eat one of her candies so bad. I don't want to read the book. I just want to talk about how cool everybody is. All right, let's talk about the book. A Toltec wisdom book. I like the fact that it's Toltec because in this chapter here, he's going to get back early in the book. He talks about Toltec philosophy and a wisdom. Toltec is almost Aztec and Mayan-ish. Fantastic foundation for where he's going with the philosophy. I've said this from the beginning. There's a lot of things that the guy says. When I say the guy, it's Don Miguel Ruiz. Phenomenal writing, phenomenal. And I'm new to the book. A lot of you out there have read this book, know the book back and forward, have it on your nightstand and should. It's on mine now. Not my nightstand, but it's on the stand right here behind me. And I read it all the time. All the time I keep going back to it and reread the same thing. And just kind of reinforcing it. I've always, not always, recently kind of had a lot of these thoughts, but I wasn't good enough to put them together the way this guy has. And so it's fascinating to me. I get to read, yeah, I kind of thought that. And then it reinforces or it fills in, makes it smarter for me. And then I just want to tell everybody about it. It's like, this is it. I got the answer. He's it. I got it. We got a poor connection over here. Maybe my connection came back. Lauren Noble, I'm glad to see you. There's a few I should be shouting out some names, but I'll shout them out when I can. If this still's running over here. If IG is getting a bad feed, they can always bounce over to YouTube. We're at YouTube too. Are we back on IG? Are we good? Are we back at IG? Can I get a wave? Can I get a shout out? We back? Thank you, King Caesar. Thank you. I'll shout out some names here shortly, but I'm already running longer than I told you guys I would. So, but I just am enjoying I enjoy this so much. I'm getting a break. You guys have no idea how much is going on in the Mush Lab right now. I got about 5 different experiments going on. I showed you guys on the post this one. I'm figuring out how to get aborts in capsules. We got to get the aborts into the capsules. I think they're going to be really strong, right? We're figuring that out. No kidding. I'm also figuring out, now I'm doing some extracts. Extracts, blue juice, here we go. 5 different ways. Homogenized extractors, sonic extractor, alcohol extract, cold water extract. What are we going to do? Eventually, we're going to have the most pure psilocybin. When it comes out, I want it to be blue juice, like the map right there. And then we're coming up with mycelium chips and, Pops, read, Pops, no, let me show you one more thing. Wait for it, because the refrigerator's right here. Oh no, what's in the bowl, Pops? I hope you guys are excited. You guys ought to be pretty darn excited. What's in the bowl? Next level. What's in the bowl that just came out of the freezer? Oh my God, you should smell this. This smells, oh my God. Boop. What do you guys think that was? There's another one in here. Boop. Salty wants to know what it is. I gotta get it back in the refrigerator. Like I said, you guys have got to make me, I'm telling you, now they're stronger. They're getting stronger. Okay? Getting stronger. Whoa. Here we go. The 4 agreements. We'll talk about those. That's another cliffhanger. You guys want to do, that's another cliffhanger. I wonder what those were that Pops had in the bowl that looked like there was a lot of mycelium in them. What's the mad scientist doing now? He's reading the 3rd agreement finally. That's what he's doing. The 3rd agreement. So there's 4 agreements. And I've already covered the first 2. We'll always pop back to them. Okay? Sue Greer loves frozen surprises. Far Out Fun Guy. Let's talk, you guys, for just mushy meatballs. Megan, you are so close. Megan, that's a smart lady over here. Megan's super close. Close. Okay. I just pray you guys are having a great time, man. Because you cannot have more fun sitting in someone's and having all these people. And you guys, I hope you have nothing else to do than waste your time over here with me. We're not wasting our time, though. We're going to get serious. We're going to learn the 3rd agreement. Okay? And wait till you guys visit. I'm going to run you through some serious scientific stuff. I am getting smarter. What's going on? Will you guys, 10 people, give me 10. I always do 10. I'm going to step it up to 20 pretty soon. 10 people say, not me, you. Claim it for yourself that as a result of mycology and the family, that you're getting smarter. Say, it's going to come out wrong. Say, I'm getting smarter. Say that, please. I'm getting smarter. Who's getting smarter here? Thad, you're getting smarter just for being here. You got to be getting smarter. Say, I've learned patience. Windows. Fluffy Ferret says she's getting smarter, or he. Richard's brain's exploding because he smashes. Over here, Lauren's getting smarter. Lucifer Sue. Lady Faced is getting smarter. Sue Greer says, oh, so much smarter. You can claim it. I'm not just trying to jack it up, even though I am a bit. We are getting smarter. I can tell you that. I'm 63 years old and I've never been this smart in my whole life. I've been as dumb too. Every inch of smart I get, I'm like, God, I didn't get that. I never knew that. Oh my God, fill the blanks in. Who says out of space is too smart? He's too smart. You get smarter. We're showing up. It's a class right here. Okay, we are getting smarter. So, having said that, let's get smarter. The 3rd agreement talks about not making assumptions. It's almost hard to calm down and get into a serious, doesn't have to be serious though, but it's kind of a serious subject, that we don't make assumptions. It's smart how smart I'm getting. See, we almost should just talk about being smart for a minute. But let's learn something from Don Miguel Ruiz. The 3rd agreement is, we're going to do this for a good 10 or 15 minutes now. We're going to get smart about Don Miguel Ruiz. Pop preach. We'll get smart. And then just to keep you guys around, remember the pop pack this morning? When he popped it and something went popping out and it made a certain noise? We got one more of those to give away if you guys, to anybody that sticks around. It's a pop pack. Okay? Let's get to work. Now I want 10. Let's Pops get to work. Everybody calm down and let's listen. Pops get to work. Let's read. Give me 10. Is Trist here? Wait, is Trist here? Trist is here? Oh, my kid, I love you. B is here. Man, I'm so glad. Hey, Pop Pack. Pop, get to work. There you go, Naughty Man. Get to work. Work time, and Kay's telling me, come on, Pop. Fluffy's wanting me to get to work. Over here, Pop's get to Lucifer. That's all I needed. You guys get to work. Okay, kids. Here we go. And I mean kids in only the kindest way. I'm your grandfather. The third agreement is don't make assumptions. We have the tendency to make assumptions about everything. The problem with making assumptions, I highlighted this. The problem is that we believe them. We make these assumptions and then we believe them. I made it up. And now it's absolutely true. 100% true. It's got to be true. I made it up. What? You made it up and it's true? Yeah, that's how kooky I am. I made it up and I know it's true. Okay? We have a tendency to make assumptions about everything. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are true. We could swear they are real. We make assumptions about others, what others are doing and thinking. Oh, and then we take it personally. Then we blame them and react by sending emotional poison with our word. That is why whenever we make assumptions, we're asking for problems. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally, and we end up creating a whole big drama for nothing. For this thing we made up and we just decided we're going to believe it now. We're going to feed some emotional poison on the deal. Now we got all kinds of drama swirling around because of that first baby assumption. All of the sadness and drama you have lived in your life. Listen to this. This is so key, you guys. This is so key that, again, Pop's found himself literally highlighting. And I don't highlight very many things. I'm not a highlighter kind of guy. I told you this book's meaning something. All the sadness and drama you have lived in your life was rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. If that's a true statement, all the sadness and drama you have lived in your life was rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. Logically, all you'd have to do is not take things personally, and you will never have sadness or drama. And I believe the statement's true. I believe that all this, because I can't think of a single thing in my life that included sadness or drama that I wasn't somehow rooted in one of my assumptions. Most of the assumptions aren't our fault. Back here in step one, we understand accepting most of these assumptions that we make are not your fault. You didn't wake up and just decide to have it. You were programmed these into you by our society, by our culture. We were told how to do this their way. And it's a rotten way. It makes you a broken, virused computer. This is the reprogram of the computer. Our computer program said assume things and then go poison everybody. This guy's telling us don't do that. Break that program. One of the biggest things to break the program is stop assuming things, and certainly don't take it personal. My saying on that has always been, and you can ask my boy if he's over here, what other people think about you is none of your business. It's the same thing as saying don't take it personal. What other people think about you is absolutely none of your business. As soon as you put it in that's your business, now you're in their business. Now you're in their head, and you're not in yours, and you're not furthering your business. You're not moving forward on. If I was worried about what somebody thought about me, I wouldn't be taking care of my business. I'd be in their business, and we wouldn't be making these. or we wouldn't be doing this, or we wouldn't be moving forward in our business. Because I spent time worrying about somebody else's thinking about my business. And get out of business. Stop making assumptions. What somebody thinks about you is none of your business. This guy says, everything, all the drama in my life would have been rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. Here's another thought. It's a hard one. You really like it when someone says something nice to you. Oh, you're a good guy. You're such a nice guy. You like it. It feels good. Of course, we all want that. Me, I want that. I'm not going to lie. I want that. I want these things. I'm not going to lie. But you can better have a balanced perspective, because the same mouth that said, God, you're a great guy, will come over here, and the same mouth, depending on their circumstance, not what you did, just where their head's at, where their life circumstances, where their assumptions are, their same mouth is going to turn around and say, you're not a good guy. Same mouth. So it really isn't about you, it's about where they're at when they're saying what they're saying. So you can't take it personal. You love them. You're like, I love you just where you're at. Exactly where you're at. And always forgive, too. People that are coming at you and telling you something bad about you, it's not about you. They're going through it. They're ill. We talked about it the other day. When somebody's going through it, what are you going to do? You ever gone to the hospital and pushed more poison into their arm? They're in there to get an antidote, and you're going to go into the emergency room, move the emergency doctor out of the way, and push some more poison into their arm. Get into the drama with them. That's what you do. When you take it personal, you go, I'm going to get it. I'm taking the poison. I'm going to go. You're spreading the poison with them. Take a moment to consider the truth of this statement. The whole world of control between humans is about making assumptions and taking things personal. Our whole dream of hell is based on that. We create a lot of emotional poison just by making assumptions and taking it personally. Another highlight. Because usually we start gossiping about our assumptions. Assumptions aren't good enough just by themselves. I don't sit on a couch and just have an assumption, and I have an assumption to leave it alone. You know what I do when I have an assumption? I pick up the phone and I call somebody and start bitching about it. And I start a gossip line. I complain, I bitch, I strife, I backbite. That's where my assumption goes. You don't just sit around and just enjoy assumptions all by themselves. They're waiting to be festered into somebody else. And let's go poison each other and someone else too. Let's get into somebody else's business. I don't have enough to do of my own. See how dirty my backyard is? When was the last time you painted your fence? When was the last time you painted your fence? And then you're going to go tell your neighbor that his yard doesn't look good? Go paint your fence. Then, when somebody throws something at it, that looks really ugly. Oh, man, that fence, I painted that fence. That's a clean fence. I'm proud of my fence. I have respect for my fence. You know what you do? You get your paintbrush out and you go paint that dirty spot back up. And the guy that did it is humiliated. You don't tell him he did anything wrong. You don't have to. You don't have to say a thing. You just go paint it. Clean it up. That same guy will never throw a dirt clod at your fence again. And you didn't have to say anything to him. You didn't have to yell at him. You didn't have to tell him he's a dick. You don't have to do nothing. Just go clean the fence. Because it's always so clean. If that makes any sense. Just keep your fence real clean. People throw something at it, just wipe it off. Wipe it off. That same people, they can't keep throwing. They can't. I've never met anybody that can throw a dirt clod more than once or twice. They slink away. God, that's good. It doesn't work. Throwing stuff at that fence doesn't work. It's Teflon. Get a Teflon fence. Do you know how you have Teflon fences? By painting your own and taking care of your own business. Remember, gossiping is the way we communicate to each other in the dream of hell, and we transfer poison to one another. Because we are afraid to speak and ask for clarification, we make assumptions, and we believe that we are right about these assumptions immediately. Immediately, we just automatically, it's true, I believe it. I believe Joey's an idiot. I believe it. From now on, Joey's an idiot. Then we defend our assumptions and try to make someone else wrong. It is always better to ask questions than to make an assumption, because assumptions set us up for big suffering. The big mitote, that's the Toltec word. I always fake it like I have some Toltec accent. I don't know their language, but I always use the word mitote. The big mitote in the human mind creates a lot of chaos, which causes us to misinterpret everything and misunderstand everything. It didn't say just a couple of things. We're so misprogrammed from youth by our civilization and our culture. We really are. And I'm not just sitting here, oh, poor us, we're miscultured. We really are poorly programmed. Very, very poorly programmed. It takes a lot of work. We spend our lives fixing that bad program. And some of us get it some get it young. Some will just go, pooh, and make it smooth. Wait till you're in your 60 years old and you're finally going, man, I'm starting to figure it out. I want to work on my program. I want to get smarter. An example, you're walking in the mall and you see a person you like. That person turns to you and smiles and then walks away. You can make a lot of assumptions just because of this one experience. With these assumptions, you can create a whole fantasy, and you really want to believe this fantasy and make it real. A whole drama begins to form just from your assumptions, and you can believe, oh, this person really likes me. In your mind, a whole relationship begins from that. Maybe even you get married in this fantasy land, but the fantasy is in your mind, in your personal dream. Making assumptions in our relationship is really asking for problems. Often we make the assumption that our partners know what we think and that we don't have to say what we want. We assume they are going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we assume they should do, we feel so hurt and say, you should have known. Another example, you decide to get married and you make assumptions that your partner sees marriage the same way you do. Then you live together and you find out this is not true. This creates a lot of conflict because you still don't try to clarify your feelings about marriage. The husband comes home from work and the wife is mad and the husband doesn't know why. Maybe it's because the wife made an assumption. Without telling him what she wants, she makes an assumption that he knows her so well that he knows what she wants, as if he can read her mind. She gets so upset because he fails to meet her expectations. Making assumptions in relationships leads to a lot of fights, a lot of difficulties, a lot of misunderstandings with people we supposedly love. In any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think, and we don't have to say what we want. They're going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, what we assume they should do, then we get hurt and we think, how could you do that? You should know. Again, we make the assumption the other person knows what we want. The whole drama gets created because we make this assumption and then put more assumptions on top of it. It's very interesting how the human mind works. We have a need to justify everything, to explain and understand everything in order to feel safe. We have millions of questions that need answers because there are so many things that the reasoning mind cannot explain. We get this as mycologists and as spiritual seekers. There's millions of questions that need answers. And because there are so many things that our reasoning mind can't explain. Here's one of them. Why are we here? Why do I feel so connected to you guys? It's unexplainable. It's not reasonable. There's not a physical reason. It is not important if the answer is correct. We just want an answer that'll make us feel safe. That's why we make assumptions. If others tell us something, we make assumptions. And if they don't tell us something, we make assumptions to fulfill our need to know and to replace the need to communicate. Even if we hear something and we don't understand, we make assumptions about what it means, and then we believe those assumptions. We make all sorts of assumptions because we don't have the courage to ask questions. These assumptions are made so fast. Listen to this. Listen to this. These assumptions are made so fast and unconsciously most of the time because we have agreements to communicate this way. This is how we normally communicate. We were taught this from kids. This is how our mom and dads did it. This is how our grandparents. This is how they communicated. We all communicate. We make these assumptions. We agree with it silently. We never talk about it. We never communicate. So it's real easy to keep doing that. And we all do it super fast. It happens so fast, it's subconscious. Because we're all doing it to each other. When we believe something, we assume we are right about it to the point, listen to this. When we believe something, we assume we are right about it to the point that we will destroy relationships in order to defend our position. Let's ask a question here. See who's paying attention, and it doesn't matter if you are or not. Has anybody ever assumed something to the point of ruining a relationship? I have. I have. Assumed something to the point of ruining a relationship. I have. I think a lot of us can honestly raise our hand. It would be even honester to just say it to each other. Yes. Yeah, I've been that dumb. I've had I've made an assumption, ended up ruining a relationship. Maybe it was the butcher. You thought the butcher gave you a pound less of the meat and you didn't. I'm never going back to that store again. I'm ruined. Could be something that small. It doesn't have to be your best friend. It could be something. A lot of assumptions we make and we'll ruin relationships over them. The guy didn't do anything wrong. So feel that for a minute, please. Feel the unkindness of it. Wallow in the unkindness of it. You deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve to feel bad about that right now. There's been things that I've assumed, and then I turn around and I can ruin a whole relationship over it. We make the assumption that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. This is the biggest assumptions that humans make. And this is why we have a fear of being ourselves around others. What? Did you just want to blow your mind up? We can stop right there. You never have to read another thing. Boom. My head's gone. Gone. We make assumptions that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel. Of course they do. Everyone thinks like I do. Everybody feels like I do. Everybody judges like I do. Of course. And I'm not even saying weirdly. That's just natural. How could you think differently? We're not going to wake up this morning and go, I'm going to go think like Richard Bruette thinks this morning. No, I'm Pops. I'm not going to wake up this morning. I'm going to go think like Black Sheep. No, and I think Black Sheep's out there probably thinking like me. But he's not. He's thinking like him. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and even abuse the way we abuse. I don't abuse very much. I just do a little. This is the biggest assumptions that humans make. Here's the key. And because we assume that, and we know we're kind of creepy, and we know that's not really that cool a guy that I am, That's why we have a fear of being around others. They're like me. I'm assuming it. No, they're not. They're nowhere near you. And you're not even supposed to be thinking about it. It's none of your business. You got in their business. Now all of a sudden it's your business. Now all of a sudden you're not in your business. Next thing you know, there's no business. You made these assumptions. And now you don't want to be around them. I sure want to be around you guys because I make no assumptions about anybody to the best of my ability. They're still human and frail, but to the best of my ability, my assumptions are completely not your business. I make none. I just want to experience you. I just want to be with you. Air hugs, talk on text, tell you you're beautiful, tell you you're handsome. Do something kind. No assumptions. I certainly am not going to sit around here and try to create a drama poison. And I will avoid drama poison. Drama poison will be excised. And this is why we have a fear. We could just stop right here. I could dance this one to the moon. This is why we have a fear of being alone. Excuse me, a fear of being around others. Common to stay alone. And then what happens when we're alone? Pops gets anxious, depressed, stops communicating, gets sick, starts looking like a crack addict, staring out the window, gets paranoid, stops doing the things that are healthy, stops working out. That's what I do when I live alone. You guys save my lives every day. And I hope we save yours. That is why we have a fear of being ourselves around others. Because we think everyone else will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us as we do ourselves. Work on that. That whole self-respect. Once you start respecting yourself, it's real easy to start hanging around people, man. You walk in the room confident and full of yourself. Not in a bad way, but I'm not a... I have nothing in this. No, I don't care what they think about me. I'm here to enjoy each and every individual here just like they are. This is going to be beautiful. I am not afraid to walk in the room. I'm going to go be me. And this is why we have a fear of being ourselves around others. You guys, you know why? Because we're afraid they're going to judge us and victimize us and abuse us and blame us the same way we do, not them, the same way we do ourselves. The minute we stop victimizing ourselves, blaming ourselves, judging ourselves, how do you do that? Somebody over here a few minutes ago, I saw it and I was waiting to get back to it. How do you fix it? Somebody said, how do you fix it? I'm going to give you the answer. How do you fix it? How do you stop judging yourself, victimizing yourself, abusing yourself, and blaming yourself? How do you fix it? I will tell you. He tells you too. He tells you stop making assumptions and taking things personally. I agree with that. That's what the book says. Do you know what else you do? You know how you fix it? You make your bed in the morning. I'm not joking. You make your bed in the morning. That morning, you're going to have a beautiful day because you started your day out with, what was make your bed? That was, I respect myself. All of these things go away. Every one of them disappear out of your life when you respect yourself. Every single one of them go away out of your life, gone, when you respect yourself. The first way you respect yourself is you clean up the space you live in. You got to live in there. You got to report to yourself. You don't have any commanding officers. You report to yourself. I'm here for duty. Reporting for duty, sir. Every morning. You won't lose. You respect yourself. Every move afterwards can be respectful. And then what happens? You don't care what people think about you. You know your bed's made. Go look in my room. Go down the hall anytime you want. You're at work in the middle of a big old situation, big deal going to work, and back of your mind's going, my bed's made, baby. I'm on a ball. It's not that hard. And that's the first step because you respect yourself. I'm not kidding. And you take it from there. A guy that makes his bed doesn't judge himself as harshly, doesn't victimize himself as hardly, doesn't abuse himself as hardly, doesn't blame himself as hardly. It's a lot easier to show up. Respect yourself. And people that respect themselves don't care what other people think about them. Your assumption rate goes way down. I still have assumptions, but work on them. You got to work on them. But you don't just wake up one morning, oh, I'm just going to wake up this morning, I'm not going to have assumptions anymore. How do you do this? You do it one baby step at a time. You respect yourself. I have another one. When was the last time you got an iron out? When was the last time you pressed a collar? I'm not talking about being a military guy. I'm not. When was the last time you sprayed something down, got a broom out and wiped the cobwebs out of the corner of the bedroom? Just those couple of basics. I'm not even joking. Little basics, and then some time management skills. 15 minutes a day, I'm going to work on my project. Take care of myself. I respect myself. You feel so good. And good comes out of you. Good goes into other people, and it comes back to you. It comes back to you. It comes back big. Their packages are getting so big, the truck doesn't even know how to drop them off. Just respect yourself. Don't make assumptions about people and start poisoning emotion and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about. So I get carried away on this stuff when I think about how basic it is. Make your bed in the morning. I'll go one more little bit about this reading here. This guy's better about it than I am. But like I said, part of it, I'm fascinated because he says a lot of things the way I say. I just say it more old school or whatever. Here we go. Excuse me. I'll just finish this here. I'm going to just repeat that. And that is why we have a fear of being ourselves around others. I don't want you guys to be afraid of yourself around others. If you respect yourself, it's just okay who you are, just the way you are. That's another thing. You don't have to be something to be respectful. You're okay the way you are. You made your bed this morning. You're doing a good job. You're working hard on being a better person. That's so much respect that you're already in the top 2% of people on the planet. You're already in the top 5% just for being here. I don't mean with me. I mean in a self-improvement mode. That we're hanging in here. We got 60, 70 people sitting around listening to some guy talk about trying to respect themselves. That's a pretty big deal. It really is. You should be proud of yourselves for listening and then spending a lot of time loving each other in the process. I'm extremely, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You should be extremely proud of yourselves. Very, very proud of yourselves. Like individually. Each and every one that's got that deal clicked on still. Like, I'm still listening. I'm still getting something out of this. So let me finish. So even before others have a chance to reject us, we have already rejected ourselves. That is the way the human mind works. I don't want my mind to work that way. Growing mushrooms has really helped me a lot. It really has. I got in touch with the shrooms themselves, started changing the way I thought, started trying to be kinder and more decent, more generous. And it comes back so differently. That is the way the human mind works. I don't like the human mind. I like the mushroom mind. We also make assumptions about ourselves, and this creates a lot of inner conflict. I think I am able to do this. You make this assumption, for instance, then you discover you aren't able to do it. You overestimate or you underestimate yourself because you haven't taken the time to ask yourself questions and answer them. Perhaps you need to gather more facts about a particular situation. Or maybe you need to stop lying to yourself about what you truly want. Often when you go into a relationship with someone you like, you have to justify why you like that person. You only see what you want to see, and you deny these things that you don't like about that person. You lie to yourself just to make yourself right. Then you make assumptions, and one of the assumptions is my love will change this person. But this is not true. Your love will change nobody. If others change, it's because they want to change, not because you can change them. Then something happens between the two of you and you get hurt. Suddenly you see what you didn't want to see before, only now it's amplified by your emotional poison. Now you have to justify your emotional pain and blame them for choices. We don't need to justify love. It is there or not. Real love is accepting the other people the way they are without trying to change them. We all know this. This one, like we've been told this a million times, but really do it. The only way to really do it is don't care what they think about you. Don't have any assumptions. If you don't care what they think about you, which side of the mouth they're talking about you, either side, it doesn't matter. You're loving them straight down the middle of the mouth. That's love. Just love them just down the middle of the mouth. I find somebody gossiped about me behind my back recently. So what? Do you think that makes me say I'm never going to talk to them? I'm going to block them? No. You know what that became? A healing opportunity. There's a reason. There's poison. Let's find out if can we talk? Communicate. What was the missing ingredient? Next thing you know, the person's your best friend. Or you could have turned it into emotional poison and had ruined the relationships that I used to ruin. What they are, when somebody's gossiping or somebody's backbiting or somebody's creating strife in this family, there's somebody in a wheelchair. I will never go up to a guy in a wheelchair and kick it and push him, throw him over the edge. Guys in wheelchairs, I hold the door open for them. Guys in wheelchairs, we build ramps for them. Guys in wheelchairs, we have special classes to try to teach them how to get out of the wheelchairs. Who the hell do you think you are to go up to a guy that's in a wheelchair, emotionally, spiritually, and shove them and push them? You're supposed to be a ramp builder. You're supposed to be a physical therapist. Get the guy out of the wheelchair. But if you're pushing the wheelchair, pushing him, you're probably going to get in one real soon yourself. Am I right, Exception? Think about how hard it is to see somebody in a wheelchair. Now picture going up and pushing them every time you talk gossip about it. Every time. And this guy, MP, just said it about respect. The minute you did that, who'd you lose respect for? That you're not only that person, but yourself. You're a wheelchair pusher now. You're not a ramp builder. Who respects wheelchair pushers? Who respects a wheelchair pusher? But I see a guy building a ramp for a handicapped guy. Man, give me a nail gun. I want to help. We don't even need to read the book anymore. It's a little depressing. There's a couple more things. I want to end on a positive note. Let's be ramp builders. I kind of just got carried away with this whole ramp building idea, right? Give me 10 ramp builders. Say, Tim, I want to be a ramp builder, Pops. Seriously, let's be ramp builders. Remember, don't push the guys in wheelchairs. Don't do it. Every time somebody's hurting, every time they're talking crap, every time they're out there doing something like that they need help. Hannah wants to be a ramp builder. Eric's ramping it up. Excellent. Be ramp builders over here. What are we doing in IG? You got to be a ramp builder. That's a good way to put it. Think about it. When you see a situation, build a ramp for the person. Don't kick the chair out from underneath them. Don't join in the game. Dean Ice is going half pipe. He's skating it with them. I love that. Be a ramp builder. I like that a lot. I came out of nowhere. We've been 55 minutes. I was going to stop at an hour. Thank you so much. I didn't read as much as I meant. I get carried away because I really, really care. And this is what I do. Thanks for everybody being here. I want to give this away. Give away the old. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Okay. Didn't quite work that time. I'm not going to try to get it to pop. But inside here is a lot of good stuff. Okay? We want to get this given away. And the way I'm going to give it away, let me see. I've got to come up with a giveaway. Okay, wait for it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you everybody for listening to me. One of the reasons we do the giveaways that we do, we got it, instead of putting this in an experiment, I'll put it in somebody's hands that'll use it as medicine. That's one thing. Another thing is, I love practicing generosity. And my generosity, people pop, you know what my generosity has done? It comes back tenfold. Wait till you guys see what these are tomorrow. It'll blow your mind, okay? Wait till you see what these are tomorrow. Chad C. He's got a bunch of names. It's Chad C. or Whiskey 81. Wait till you see. Mind blower. Later on, Miss Rivers, I'm going to be opening these up. Okay, so what we're gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. This cup is full of shroomies. Okay, it's full of shroomies. I'm gonna count out how many shroomies are in here in the cup, and however many shroomies are in here, whoever says the number first is going to win the boo prize. I call it a boo prize because that's the noise this fruit will make. The fruit that's in here. Okay, so whoever says, you guys say the numbers, and then I think Ophelia over here. Ophelia, you tell me who said it first. Okay? Same thing over here. Oh, you know what? IG needs its own prize. Double. IG, you get one over here. Wait, unless we have two people, unless they're on the same, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me count them. We'll figure it out. I want to give one to IG, but don't be guessing on the two. If you guys are guessing on both, have a little honor, but do what you want. Tell me the winner on IG, and tell me the winner on YouTube, okay? And Ophelia, you help me out with that if you can. Here we go counting. I love you guys. I love you. One, I love you. How did they do it when they do the flowers? They take the petal off. She loves me. Okay, that's what it'll be. Mushrooms love me. They love me not. They love me. They love me not. But I'm not keeping track of the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll stop on 10 just to show it off. 10. What a beautiful shroomy. By the way, we have 2 of these going out this week. 2 shroomies leaving the house. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 so far. And this is going to be wait till you see what's in these, man. And they're all beautiful. Beautiful. 16. Stop it, Pops. You're teasing us. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. How many are left in my hand? I'm not quite sure. 22, 23, 24. So the first 24 on YouTube. Boop. The first 24 on IG. Boop. You guys let me know. And how do you know? DM me. Don't have 8 people DM me saying, Pops, I think I won. somebody over here on IG, please take charge and tell me the winner. And get me the exact right winner. And over here on YouTube, usually Ophelia's can help me out with that. Okay? Sound good, you guys? We only have about a minute left, and they're going to cut me off over here on IG. Love you. Get me the winner over here on IG. DM me. This will go out to you. I'll write your label and get it out tonight. Peace, pop, love. From the bottom of my heart, I hope you guys had a good time over here. And we did what we do. Be at it looks like Katie and Job. Okay. Be at T in the morning. Peace pops out at IG. They're gonna cut you. You guys over here. I'm gonna scroll out. Love you, Miss Cat, Roberto, Michael, Kristen. Thank you all. Whoever is over there, thank you. Over here, I'm gonna scroll out. Ophelia, Hannah, see you later. Mushy, nice job. Louie, Jonathan, Jay Lee, Bradley, a whiskey. This one over here, download video, yes. Okay. And Kev Dog, hey mama, sweet competition, Helpy, Ephraim, Black, Sheep, Sister Golden, haven't seen you. Josh, nice to see you. Kevin Wanda Hesega. Okay, see you guys in the morning. Peace pops out. Listen, whoever won from over here, I need to get the DM me their address over here. And let me say a couple more goodbyes. I see some more names. Crazy guys, Eric and Salty and Ophelia and Diamond K and Ephraim and Brandy and Kevin and Louie and Mick and Lebowski and Nighty Night. Okay, guys, peace. I'll see you in the morning. Have a great night. I expect 2 DMs. Have a nice night.